Hello. It is me, and also maybe someone else as well, although you can't see them today. Because, for reasons outside of our control, Mike cannot be in the studio with us today, but he is here in spirit and in many other ways as well, hopefully. Um, but hello, how are you all doing? This is Enlisted on Friday with me, who's usually here, and Mike, who is also here as well in some form. Um, whether that is the case or not currently, I cannot say, but I believe it could be. Maybe we'll see in the future. But how are you all doing? How's it going? How are you enjoying Enlisted at the moment? I will have some coffee now because I've not really had some all day. And I'm very withheld from the desired effects of such. So yes, today is going okay. It's very rainy, but it was rainy and then wasn't. The sort of in the 20-minute bracket of which I needed to walk to the office, which is very enjoyable. But nevertheless, hope it's all going well for you. What happened to the melon? The melon is still here, but I thought because we haven't really engaged in the melaning. That sounds weird. Um, Melaning in the enlisted streams, it would maybe a bit too peculiar to couple such aspects. So there's no melon right now, although I could get the melon if it would make other people happier. If you think the melon would assist your visual aid, then I can get the melon from the fridge, but it may take a turn for the worst if I can't balance it on the coffee thing because it may fall off. And then we have no melon, and we need to deal with the fallout of a potentially shattered mic on the floor, which is never a good thing in any respect. So that's, yeah, you get it. Let me see what this message says. No. Let me try this. Maybe if you can try talking again, he may come through. He is not. Okay. Well, Mike is here, but his powerful aura is supplanting the technology required to hear him at the moment. But we will see how that goes inevitably in the next few minutes. Perhaps it will sort itself out. In the meantime, I'll frantically press buttons and hope that they do something, because I'm not really as technologically versed as some. You want the melon? I might get the melon in a bit. It just sounds weird in this context. It really does. Yeah, it doesn't seem like Mike can be observed at this time. Too powerful in many respects. When will Mike come back? Potentially next week, maybe the week after. It depends when the quarantine ends specifically. Let me see here if I can switch this. Input device seems okay. Output device, what could that be? What would the output device be? I asked this existentially, but also to Mike in my ear. Are you a coffee or tea guy? Well, I think I'm mostly just, I don't know, I like both, but it depends on my mood. If I need to sort of have a bit of, don't know, a bit of moxie, no, moxie's the wrong word, isn't it? I'll have a bit of coffee. If I want to focus on something, I'll go for a bit of tea. It sort of depends. What about this one? Does this one work? No, it doesn't. So now we can go through the lottery of trying every Discord output to find Mike. It's like Sophie's Choice, except slightly less miserable.
Beautiful.
There we go. We've got it.
Hey.
I can hear him now. Everyone probably can too. Yeah. So for context of why that probably happened, for whatever reason, whenever I open an application on this PC, Discord will uninstall itself and reset all the settings. So that's brilliant. But that crisis is averted now. Mike is here.
Yesterday's stream was already pretty cursed with me doing this whole spooky voice, but I'm pretty sure your PC is even more cursed.
I think it may be, and that's very ominous for me. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. It's why I just don't like technology at all. What is the benefit of it? Quantify that for me. What is the benefit of it right now?
Well, it is literally the only reason we have a job right now.
Sort of, but I mean, well, would I really be sad? Like, I'm waiting for the that solar storm that's going to happen. What is it now? It's like those plasma things that come out of the sun sometimes and like destroy electronics. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, that's a solar storm, and I'm definitely not waiting for that. That's going to be a massive Oh, cluster truck. Yes.
Maybe exactly that. No, we can say the proper one because this is an adult one, an adult stream. Can we?
You are very right. So, Tom, allow me to quickly say the first of this stream.
Very cool. Look at that. Look how interactive we are. We've got all the buttons. We've got the noises. You can't fault this experience. This is premium. You should be paying for this. No, you shouldn't. But this is premium. A premium streaming experience for you all to enjoy. Maybe we can have a look at the some of the new stuff that's coming in the Battle Summer operation shortly. How about that?
Oh, yes. By the way, if you guys are unaware, we have a event running in Enlisted right now for the next 10 days, I believe. You can find the full information about the event down below. If you scroll down on YouTube, there's a link in the description. If you are on Twitch, there's also a button which will take you to the news posts. And essentially, you can complete some tasks every 2 days. They change around. And you can get yourself some prizes, which we are going to be showing off today in this stream. Tom, why don't you pick the first thing to show?
Well, why don't we take a look at the PBK-42, very rare submachine guns from what I understand. Only a couple of them knocking about. And we've had a bit of a brief sort of training of this one. I went into the practice range with it a bit, and I must say I'm quite a big fan of this. I don't know much about the history in general, but I do like it for what it is functionally. I'm a big fan of this. Very controllable recoil. Damage is not bad really for what it is. Magazine size bleeds through quite quick, but the reload is weirdly, well, maybe weirdly, but very, very quick. I don't know if you noticed that as well, but like the reload is...
It is, yeah, 2.1 seconds. By all
really
accounts,
good.
it should be worse than the PPSH-41, but I just like the firing sound. It sounds so beefy.
See, I don't play this game with sound unless I'm doing this, and I haven't heard the sound of the gun yet, so that's kind of exciting. Yeah.
How do you play a first-person shooter without sound?
I don't know. Genuinely though, I got every pistol in Modern Warfare 2019 to gold without any sound. I'm happy with that. That was my time waster over the last 3 weeks. That was brilliant.
I think you have ascended to the next level of FPS gamer skills. You don't even need sound to know where the enemies are.
No. I think if I had to focus on sound, I'd be depressed until I got like the best audio setup to hear the footsteps. So I just thought I won't even bother, and I'll just sort of play it by ear. Although, what else we could play is Enlisted right now. How about that? That could be possible.
We can indeed. Okay, if you're ready up, we can go. The PPK-42, by the way, was made by the Kalashnikov. And it looks a bit like a Tommy gun, doesn't it? It's
really
not like a sorry Tommy gun.
It looks like the front grip is exactly the same. It probably isn't, but in my mind's eye, it's the same. I'm kind of like that. Well, I'm kind of like that. I kind of like that is the correct way of putting it.
General boxiness of it as well. Like, you give it a wooden stock in the back instead of that metal stock, and it would look like a Tommy gun.
It genuinely would, yeah. It's really nice looking. I like square things, as I think we say sort of every stream. I just like them. I like the shape. I like square in general. There's something, brain about that. So, I've not played Enlisted since the stream died 2 weeks ago. So, we've got a lot of interesting gameplay ahead, I'm sure. Maybe I can...
It'll be fine, Tom. It'll be fine. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did you equip the swords, by the way?
I do. I've got a little sword. Maybe we can have a little sword fight. Does that work? Where are you?
I don't have the sword in this class right now, but yeah, we have swords in Enlisted now. It's one of the rewards of the summer event. And they make you
I'm going to turn this down a bit because I think it's very loud right now. I'll put it down to 50. I don't know how loud it actually is, but
I don't know which one it was.
I'll see. What I like about the swords is that when you kind of lean to the left or the right, it looks like you're parrying, which is quite cool.
Parry this, you filthy casual.
Yeah. Sword only for Russians? No. Germans get one, I think the officer's sword, and the Americans get one as well. I can't remember what type. I want to say like 1907 is the one they get, although I'm not sure. But they
hanger in a bit.
Yeah.
Neat. So the Russians get one sword for the Berlin campaign, I believe. Germans get a sword for all campaigns.
I think so. Yeah.
The Normandy campaign.
I like the recoil of this thing a lot.
It's quite low recoil, yeah. I mean, I think you get this Squadron together with them, so have not quite fully upgraded the soldiers. These are level 4, but you do get full Squadron with them, which have a reload mitigating perk.
Indeed.
Quite nice.
I don't think I've played this assault version yet, or invasion is it? I can never remember.
No. Oh, actually, yeah, good point. Invasion? No, I think we have.
Maybe, yeah. It sort of blends into one.
We're having some issues with some major, what's it called? Major narrow passes where we just died repeatedly.
Yes, I vaguely remember that. I think that was the existential stream we had. Although most of them are like that anyway, so maybe not.
I was about to say, isn't every stream of ours an existential dread? Oh god, this guy right there.
Whoa. Correct. I don't know if I got blown up by artillery or shot. We'll see. Oh.
I think that was a guy throwing a grenade.
Ah. That would make sense.
By the way, regarding the swords, you can only choose one of them as far as I'm aware, but they are quite interesting. They make you run faster.
Yes.
Much like
Very
the
nice.
anti-tank mines or the anti-personnel mines, one of my favorite secret tricks, which if you equip them on a soldier and you hold them out, you can actually run faster. You can do the same thing with the sword, but except that with the sword you can actually stab people instead of being defensive with a man in your hand.
Yeah, that works pretty well. I imagine they're...
Get over to Normandy campaign later on. I'm going to show you. I got a sword on a soldier with a 15% sprint perk.
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
am super fast.
That is gross, but in the best way. Good gross.
There's such a thing as good growth, though.
Well, maybe. I'm not really sure. I mean, there's probably some things. Like, what's gross but also okay? Well, that's just sort of preference, isn't it? Ultimately. I don't know. I'm not really sort of used to thinking about things in that context. I'll come back to it later. I'll put it in the corner of my brain. I was about to explain what the corner of my brain looked like and then realised it would make no sense and would ultimately be very pointless, so I won't do that. But I will...
Are you
Action.
Minecraft?
I could be. I mean, my brain is a bit sort of weird like that. Everything's like a cube. Well, information's like a cube. It's, yeah, I don't know if I explained on the stream before, but I have synesthesia. So the way I process information in my head is weird, basically. It is sort of... It's the same information, but it looks different to me. Like, I kind of see numbers and people as patterns and things. It's kind of weird. And quite hard to describe as well, which is difficult, but... I think it happens when you're a kid and you... Huh?
What shape do I have?
Well, the way I can describe it is everyone is kind of like a... Imagine an alcoholic trying to do a spirograph. It's like that. But in the spaces between the lines... Kinda. But like, in the spaces between the lines, there's colours, and I kind of know what the colours mean relative to the person. Which is, don't know. It works in my head. It probably sounds really weird, like bizarre, and just would not work. But it's kind of normal in my head. It's weird. But yeah. I think it happens when you're a kid and you're like trying to understand stuff, and your brain's like, what about the colour red? And you're like, yeah, go on then, I'll put that in there. And then after that, it's just sort of, your brain's wrong forever. Terrible. Well, maybe not terrible. Just different.
I think it's essentially a question. There's no way for you to prove that you read that you see the same as what other people see.
Yeah, that's true. I really like that thought experiment. There's like, I think the only way you can kind of get around it is if you can describe a color as like warm or cold. I think that's one of the only ways that people have kind of identified to do it in a way that kind of works. But yeah, it's basically impossible, and I like that. I'm a fan. Mike no cam? Yeah, Mike is currently in quarantine as he's come back from vacation. So there'll be no visual Mike until maybe next week, maybe the week after.
This weekend should be fine, I think.
Very cool.
See. But maybe it's for the best if I don't have my mug on there on the stream.
Well, I would disagree. We need you.
Wait, I can still run the giveaways and stuff from home, so don't you worry. After this game, we shall do a round of raffles.
Very nice. A round of raffles. Reminds me of school fates. I miss those. I miss just like... I'd spend so much money on the raffle and come away with like a Capri Sun and some like alcohol I couldn't drink because I was 8. And that was every raffle for me. And it was, well, it was okay. I mean, I quite liked that. I think the aspect of gambling was quite enjoyable, but I mean, I was about like a child and didn't understand why it was bad. But...
There's a reason why children aren't supposed to gamble.
Yeah, it's like, school fates were vicious for that. It would sort of condition you to just, don't know, buy loads of oranges. You didn't want any oranges, but at the time you didn't, like, it didn't matter. You could get that, like, that Spider-Man toy. Or, Or there was like a Barbie car that was really cool that like transformed into a house, and I was like, that's brilliant. I want that. But I didn't get it, and I got some oranges and like some really bad bottle of prosecco. So I had to give it back as well. Mrs. Reed didn't give me my fucking money back. Terrible.
You've been scammed.
I had been scammed. She took my wine, and well, I had the oranges, but I didn't even like oranges. I don't dislike them, I suppose, but I mean, they're not sort of my go-to fruit. They're sort of just, I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a sort of fruit hierarchy in that sense. What's your favourite fruit? Very interesting, stream-related question.
I like, what they're called. Berries, I think? The ones I had in the fridge the other day.
I think I know the ones you mean, yeah, they're quite nice.
Berries, I think they're actually called.
Very cool.
Quite nice. Very healthy as well.
Yeah, dude, I mean, fruit's underrated. People are kind of like downplaying it, but I fuck with it a lot. No, that sounds bad. I mean, that in casual terms means like you interact with it, I think. But in that particular vernacular, it makes it sound like you're doing unmentionable things with bananas, which in that case is not true. Don't put it... Yeah, don't, you know...
Fruit. I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, I haven't had the...
In the chat there.
What is occurring in the chat?
Looking 2 on Twitch asks, if you could add anything or remove from the game, what would it be? I think it's both. I think... Well, I would like the SCT-44. That's eventually coming, hopefully. Maybe. Soon. Yeah. Moving? I don't know. Artillery. Artillery strikes are a bit annoying at times. Yeah, like... Can't really do much against them, but... It's part of the game.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, it's one of those elements that's kind of, I don't know, in a game like this it works thematically, but I don't think it's like, I mean, it would mean you'd have to remove the artillery class as a whole. Maybe like if it could be replaced with something else, I could get behind that. Like, it does add some kind of like additional obstacle to gameplay, and like from a game design perspective, I like that that's a feature that kind of happens. But yeah, it's, I think in video games for me, like the one thing I never really like is aspects of the game that will kill you without making a mistake. And I think in most like games, like if it's like story games, like online games, that's the kind of thing I'm not really a fan of. But in shooter games, it kind of works, because like in kill streaks in Call of Duty or whatever, it's like you're not going to counter that, are you? Well, most of them. And it doesn't like wreck the game entirely, so it has its place. Especially in a game like Enlisted, I guess, where you can kind of get back into the action so quickly. Because it's more difficult with War Thunder if you get sort of slotted at the beginning of the match, because you need to like, you know, obviously you're at a financial disadvantage, and then you need to regain your ground again, and then you know, that sort of creates its own difficulty. But for this game, I don't think it's like abysmally kind of bad in that sense. I don't mind it. I like that it's sort of an option. Terrible shooting though, mid-conversation.
Yeah, no, I think War Thunder is the only game I know of where you can counter a tactical nuke.
Yeah, it's true. I really like that actually. It kind of, I don't know, you can have hero moments from both sides using that mechanic, and I really like it.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
No.
Friendly burning to death.
Oh.
I've been on the other side of the friendly fire.
Sad.
Big sad.
What do you think about the SKS, by the way?
I don't like it for one simple reason. The gun itself is quite nice, but it only gets 5 rounds in the magazine.
Exactly.
That's just not really enough to vibe with in a semi-automatic rifle.
Yeah, that is exactly my grievance as well. It's just, it's so short, but I like everything else about it. Damage is good, sight's really nice, I like. But yeah, it's just the clip, way too small for me.
If you got one of the later SKS with 20-round magazine, that would be quite nice. Right now,
Big hell yeah.
right now. It's quite useful having a squadron with engineer.
Yeah, true.
Oh god. Oh, everything is exploding around me. Tom, please hold me.
I can't, you're too far away, you're in the fridge right now. No, oh.
I'm cold.
There. I would assist if I could. This is not the best place for me to stand, I would imagine.
Is there cross-play parties yet? Asked Inflict7 on Twitch, or a way I can transfer progress from PC to console. All my friends play on PS5 and I'm invested on PC. I don't believe we've had any updates on that front yet. what the limitations are. Oh, it's still the same as before. You can play with people on console. They can be in the same lobbies. You can't quite make a party with your friends. I think that might be down to the limitation from Sony and not allowing sounds to communicate like that.
Christ.
Here.
Man, the thing I like.
Love the PPK.
Berlin is probably my favorite campaign for just like, I mean, it sounds like a cringe thing to say when you're like on the official stream for a game and you're meant to be hyping it up, but there is immersion with it. I don't think I've felt immersed in a World War II game like this campaign before. And I mean, like, it's like the thing that you would say in my position right now, but I mean, it's true. I like it. It's just all the tight corners and everything and like all the explosions going off, it's just good. Like, I can't deny it's good. Having a whale of a time.
The PTSD is definitely real.
Very true. No, that's all my ammunition. Okay. Nice. A worthy trade.
There's a very fancy statue here in this hallway, and I was about to shoot this.
Yeah, whenever I go round that corner on this map, I always think it's like it's a dude. Well, it is a dude, but I mean a real dude. Well, it could be a real dude. What's that, that's that kind of Greek story? Pygmalion?
Tom.
I don't have a sword, but I've got a little one. Do the line, do the line. That's not a knife line, do it. You gotta do it.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
There we go, dude. This is the content that you are here for. Watch.
When we do a quick competition, let's see who gets to the other side of the wall quickest.
Right, okay.
No, not.
Let me get my kniff. Okay, right, let's go.
3, 1, go.
You are pulling ahead. You really are pulling ahead, yeah. Let's see how
I'm
we'll...
telling you, this is just amazing for running around and shooting. Oh no!
Oh, crumbs.
Found a slight flaw in my plan. Swords don't quite reach across rooms.
That's very true. It's a very sort of long weapon, but quite not the most apt for such activity, I would say. Yes, I'll try this boy. Sniff.
Sometimes even long size doesn't help you if you don't know how to use it.
That's a penis joke, everyone. You can clap now and also leave if you want.
You can't say that.
I can. Oh dear. What a merry time we're having today.
At least let it be proven that even remotely we can still make everything cringe.
We can. I mean, it's a sort of a worthy accolade, I think, that we have. I can don't know. I can sort of vibe with that, I suppose. I hate the word vibe. It's been ruined. Disaster. My man's is very tired right now. This is going quite well. I didn't really notice, but it is sort of working in our favour.
That doing pretty well, actually. Not bad at all.
I don't know what's going on.
I had a really bad time yesterday trying all these weapons out and all this stuff. Tried Germany first. I lost every single match, like 5 times in a row.
Yikes.
Switching over to Russia, same thing. It doesn't matter what team you're on, sometimes the stars are just aligned against you.
Yeah. It be that way. Christ, I didn't even see that man's. Very stealthy.
It's hurt.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can spawn him.
Try and petition to make those in-game texts like we had in War Thunder. Don't stand near the bomb.
Yeah, man. Legendary. Oh, Christ.
You can hit your enemy by pressing the aim down sight button.
Dude, that is kind of true though, isn't it? And maybe some people don't understand.
Don't forget to click the left mouse button.
Can't remember what the lean key is. Whoa. These are my Steve Coogan noises. That's a very obscure meme. I miss Steve Coogan. The Bureau de Change. I was all about the Bureau de Change when I was younger. Well, I think we're maybe winning. Perhaps.
Mom, get the camera. I'm in Hitler. I'm in Hitler's office.
I'm in Hitler's office, Mom. Come take me picture. Disaster.
Base moments.
Based, and that sentence will forever remain ambiguous.
I'm gonna get cancelled on Twitter.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad I don't have Twitter. Although I did sort of like half promise I'd make one during the next stream. Very cool. Gameplay.
We have won. No big surprise.
No big surprise. What is that from initially? That's from something, isn't it?
I think it's from TF2, Team Fortress 2.
I've never played it once, I think.
Dead. Not big surprise.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever played Team Fortress.
Tried once, but I was immediately thrown into a lobby full of sweat lords, so I only played one game and installed again.
Well, that's not as cool, but still, it defined shooting for a bit, I suppose. A worthy footnote. Well, that was a nice bit of game play. Hopefully we'll have some more of that quite shortly.
Yes. In the meantime, there's a question in the chat by Klassenhero on YouTube. How do you get the sword? Klassenhero, if you open up the description of the YouTube stream, there is a link to the news post, which will tell you how you can participate in the event and get yourself the sword. You can also check it out on enlisted.net, our main website. Everything's explained over there. Essentially, every 2 days, there are challenges you can complete. And after a certain number of challenges, you get rewards. So we have the Fokov 189 Uhu, which is also actually a rare plane in War Thunder. And you can get it in the Moscow campaign for the Germans. We have the PPK 42 squad, which is a squadron which feels the prototype SMG from Kalashnikov. Quite a nice weapon. You got some cavalry swords, and on the Normandy campaign for the US, you actually have an M5A1 with, well, scary teeth. Very, very scary teeth.
Scary teeth.
All right. Oh yeah, giveaway time, I suppose.
Giveaway.
Now, we don't quite have codes for these items yet, so sorry about that. But what we do maybe have is, how does some gold sound, Tom?
That could be pretty cool.
Gold codes.
I like gold codes.
So, if you haven't participated in these giveaways before, we run giveaways over on Twitch. If you're currently watching this on YouTube and you want to participate, make sure to head over to Twitch. You can find the link down below in the description. Essentially, what we do is we have a chatbot which will pick people at random from, well, the pool of people who are in the chat. All that you have to do is to make sure that you are following the channel and type whatever the bot tells you to type when the giveaway is open. Let me just quickly set this up. And in the meantime, Tom, can you show off the other rewards that people can get in this event?
I certainly can. I'll leave the squad temporarily and have a look at the other campaigns. So, we also have, for the Normandy campaign, the M5A1 Stuart in the Rhino configuration with these scary teeths at the front, and also some cosmetics. So we have some jerry cans, is that an M2, M1 carbine there as well, and some satchels and that kind of thing. So it looks a bit more personal, which is quite nice. It also has, functional aspects too. This dozer at the front here does do extra damage to infantry if you run someone over. And it also gets an improved AP round. I can't remember the name. It's like the M51/2B something. It's not the most interesting name, but it has more AP penetration. No HE filler in it. Just the round the other Stuart has, but slightly better effectively. So this is going to be a pretty nice reward, I think. I like it's really the first tank in these thematics that has the extra parts to it, which is quite cool with all the satchels and stuff. I like that. We also have, which probably...
Something though. If I can just quickly interject here.
Yes, of course.
Do you know that the Sherman with the anti-mine flail at the front?
Crap. Yes.
Want that?
Dude, that'd be... Can you imagine? Is it the Sherman crab, that one? I want to say it is.
Might be. I think it's one of the funnies. The Sherman funnies.
The funny Shermans.
Can you imagine how terrifying that would be in Enlisted? Just watching that spinny thing rolling in towards your face.
Yes, dude. Oh, that would be brilliant, though. Like, I've never seen that in a game like this. Maybe it does exist in one game, but man, that'd be cool. Oh, I need to join as well. So if I click out of the window, it will wait. I'll put on the talk scene to do it because it will tab me out of the game, and you can see all the weird stuff on the desktop.
Big transition.
Transition. There we go. I'm in. I'll also show the final reward, which is the Focke-Wulf 189 UHU. Also, this is the aircraft that's in the film Come and See, an incredibly good Russian-produced war film, um, which I like very much. And the this well, what is the it's a owl? Does it mean in German the uhu?
It does indeed, and it shares that nickname with the HE219, I believe.
Yes, there is another one. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're right. I knew there was another one. I always used to think it was the Grief, but it isn't. But yeah, so very good film, by the way. Do watch it. This aircraft precedes kind of bad things happening when it appears, like artillery strikes or just general horrible things happening to the main character. But Enlisted and War Thunder as well. It's a very interesting aircraft. Very light, very agile, hugely maneuverable. Not the most, or not the quickest aircraft, or the most well armed. But it does have two 30 caliber machine guns with 500 rounds each. Two gunners, which don't work yet, but they will in the future. And two drops are 50-kilogram bombs, which against soldiers are still pretty deadly. So I'm kind of excited to take this one out. I love it in War Thunder. It's a really good disruptor aircraft, and hopefully Enlisted it's going to be pretty nice as well. Very good, lots of wide viewing angles in the from the cockpit as well, which is pretty good.
Have you not had a chance of playing it out yet in Enlisted?
Not yet. I've not played at all. I went into the practice range earlier to sort of just see how everything worked vaguely, but I haven't played anything at all yet, apart from the PBK. So
a few games with it, and very much like in Warfare, it turns incredibly well. Like even against fighters, you turn incredibly well. The main problem really is you don't get a gun sight.
Yeah,
so
I
once
think
you do have two forward firing machine guns, you don't get a gun sight to aim them.
That's the thing. In War Thunder, I know there is one. It's like a 2D sprite of a gun sight. I don't know if that was added in War Thunder just for the ease of using it, or if it historically wasn't there. Maybe someone in chat knows. That's the sort of thing the chat sort of descends on, so maybe someone will know. But there is one in War Thunder. Maybe it's just not enlisted yet. Also, notice my mans here is incredibly tall. Someone bring my mans down. That is some heft.
He reminds me a bit of that character from one of the James Bond movies, the one with the metal jaw.
Christ, he does, yeah. What is it? Is it just called Jaw? No. What's his name? What is his name?
His name was. I just know he was terrifying when I was a kid.
There's a whole Mandela effect thing about that. About like him smiling at like the girl, Dolly or whatever, and she has braces, but she doesn't. I think there's like a whole thing about that. Yeah. What is his name? I want to say it's just Jaws, but it isn't. No, of course it's not Jaws. Why would it be Jaws? That's the shark. No. Was it the shark?
Maybe he identifies as a shark, Tom.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not sort of one to judge him for what he wants to be. He certainly put the effort in. He is actually just called Jaws. Okay. I mean, well, the whole thing's blown. The whole thing's blown.
It's fine, Tom. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm picking out the winners. We're currently giving away codes for 500 gold in Enlisted. Not too much, but enough to have some fun with it. And the first winner is Eisen Heinrich. Towards the end, we might do a bigger giveaway for one of the bigger gold quantities just to finish off the stream.
Nice.
Frank B, you are seeing Tom right now. The bald one is me. The bald one is missing right now.
Yes. Well, he'll return. Maybe with more hair. Who knows? Will there be more hair?
There may be more hair, but I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh, don't put it on. No.
I love how you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Moving on. We'll see, upon Mike's return, the nature of which his presentation will be. And maybe it will be very nice, or perhaps the opposite of that. But we will have to cross that particular vague bridge when we come to it, I imagine. Not that a bridge can be vague. It sort of defeats the purpose if it's vague, but we'll see. Anyway. Yes, I don't think I won. No.
I haven't won yet. By the way, keep in mind, if Oxy's alt account wins, I'm going to drop 5 codes in the chat, so sure you're paying attention.
Very true. We'll see.
3 more to go. 2 more to go. Have we forgotten one of the prizes? I have a feeling we're forgetting one of the prizes.
I keep thinking that as well, but I think there is just 3. Because I wrote the news post on it, and I only remember there being 3. But I know what you mean. It feels like there should be another one.
Oh, it's because there's like 3 different swords. That might be why.
Could be, yeah. That could be it as well. We will see. Also, we don't have much longer for this stream. I need to conclude early for masses to attend to this evening.
True. Wait, how long did the match last?
It was quite a long one. It was.
Okay, we need to rush this then. Sorry. Yeah,
Let's go.
We need to actually end the stream early. Tom has somewhere to go, so we'll just quickly rush through this. I'll just quickly give the last winner his prize, and then we can go. Actually, in the meantime, Tom, you can invite my account, and I will join you in the squad.
Cool.
Prize all around. Let's go. Now the question is, do we want to show off the Uhu or the Rhino? I think Uhu might be a bit more interesting.
I think so, but the only difficulty is it's not a guarantee that we'll get to fly it because the planes have their limit. Well, so do tanks, but the planes are like a bit more finicky to jump into. What do we think, chat? What do you think?
Yeah, but I think at the same time it's not too much of an issue. You have the spawn timer of 1 minute, and not too many people really bring out planes on Moscow.
True. Go on then. We will owl then. Yeah, most people are saying plane, so let's do this then. Let's go.
Let's go. Uhu time.
Although if there is perhaps time, maybe if this goes incredibly quickly, we can see both.
We can try.
Yeah. Maybe after this ends, like...
minutes for 2 games is not going to happen, is it?
We will see. Oh, not an invasion, Christ. Well, I will hawk the Uhu.
And I shall see what I can do with my Kar98K trench.
Very nice.
I've actually equipped any of the swords on Moscow yet.
I don't think I have
because
either.
it makes you run faster, which is good for capturing points.
Yeah. Very cool. Now we wait.
I don't have the chat stream open. Alright, what do we have in chat? Are we even getting, guys? I'm giving away some codes for gold. Gold in Enlisted, our premium currency, which you can use to advance levels, buy premium squadrons, buy premium time, all that good stuff. There's a BT5 whatever, by the way. Enough. No.
You bastard. Come on, you bastard. There we go. Lego.
Plan?
Plan. See all the gubbins, lots of views and such.
Okay, if you have the plane, there is a tank problem, a slight tank problem. We have over here, oh god.
Okay, I do not fancy my chances with these bombs, as I've not aimed them in a very long time. But I will guess it's there.
50 kilograms.
I got 1 kill. Oh, I got 2.
I think.
But not the tanks, yeah. These bombs probably are not going to be incredible against tanks. Anyway, I will not go back straight away. I'll try and do some strafing. We'll see. I'm not sure where any dudes are. But yeah, there's no particular gun site. We'll just be sort of guessing.
Yeah, you kind of just has to fire and follow the tracer to get the gun.
Can I hear an engine? Or is that my engine? The age-old question.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Oh, bloody hell. Good thing this thing is hyper-maneuverable. I'll try and get some more BAMs. Very good view around as well. I mean, this is chiefly a reconnaissance aircraft. So it there's lots of windows all over. I quite like the sort of boxy look of it. And that it's not kind of rounded, it's all angular. I always like that. It's like the oh, is that a friend? A friend plane? I don't believe so. Well, I'm not sure if it's seen me. Roger. Have I missed the respawn?
Definitely a Stuka.
Affirmative. Moving in.
Stuka, mile 2. Moving. Swinging about.
Roger that.
Okay, never mind, he said. Moving is done.
Very well then. Where's my coffee gone? Why have I lost my coffee?
Over here.
I don't know how I lost it. It was on the desk. Okay.
The egg.
And this is the HS-123, I want to say that is. I will leave that. Let's drop some... Well, drop one pair of bombs in the vicinity. This thing has, I don't know... Its center feels different to me. It's not like a kind of dropping on a fighter platform. It's a bit bigger. I don't really use the bomb as much. It might take me a while to actually gain some competence. Oh, ow. Wow. Naughty, some may say. Hear the engine again. I think it's just the sound of the engine kicks in when no other ambient noises are happening. Maybe that's what's throwing me. Curious. We'll see.
Get it sometimes, yeah. It's like a phantom sound.
Yeah.
Take off your own engine.
Or it actually might be the automatic dampening of the microphone, like making it quieter in my ear. That could also be true. We'll see. No, wrong.
The trench is so good.
It's grossly good. I love it. If you have like the perk with the cycling rate.
The Car 98, but don't have to reload. You have 25 rounds.
Yeah. It's so good. I love. We'll see. Are there any dudes? Well, probably are dudes, but where are the dudes?
On that area, on the barn.
Barn? We'll guess here? It's like playing Battleship, but with more feedback.
You sunk my battleship!
Yeah, man, dude, I was killer at that. I was great at that game. I only played against myself, but I won every time. I don't know, I liked it. It felt satisfying even when because the thing is, my short-term memory is really bad. So I could play against myself and forget where the pieces were. And I was great at that.
To be honest. My tactical perception was just never up to battle.
Yeah, like... It's the law of absent places or something. The law of vacant places, I think. It's sort of the theory of working out where things are based on where you know they're not, or sort of where things are likely not to be and to be. It's a good way to work stuff out in all walks of life. War Thunder as well. You can sort of passively work out where tanks are. It works quite well.
Where to be or where not to be? That is the question.
Yeah, man. I wonder what Shakespeare's up to.
Don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me, don't shoot me. Okay, they shot me.
Have you read the Sandman series by Neil Gaiman?
I have not, no.
There's a part in it where like Shakespeare hangs out with the devil every few hundred years and they're just sort of having a chat. I like that. I feel like that's what Shakespeare would do. Not that I really know him.
He held a skull in his hand whilst reciting some poetry, so...
Yeah, dude. The kind of weird thing is like, that's probably like an actual dude. An actual fella. Like back like, well, sort of now, it's like it's not really a fella, it's just plastic or plaster. Back in the day, that was a fella. They didn't really have a department for making fake skulls.
In fact, hold on, where was it? Can't quite remember what it was. It might have been France or somewhere in England. There's a lot of underground tunnels.
Yeah.
From cemeteries and morgues to universities because there was a lot of body trafficking for medicine studies.
Hang on. Mid-concentration with these very strong guns, as you can see here. I think that's France with the catacombs and stuff. They kind of went a bit mental with that.
Yeah, France is the catacombs, but I can't recall if they are the ones.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to say it's France in the back of my mind, but it might just be because I watched that Catacombs film again recently. So like, France and skulls are like big for me right now. That film could have been so much better. It's like every horror film, well, not really every horror film, but so many of them just kind of mimic Dante's Inferno, and they don't do anything else. It's just that's all they do, and it's like kind of gives you the illusion of depth when it kind of emulates something of that nature. Lazy. Well, not lazy, but it's done well, but still. Could be better. Could be better.
Well, not everyone can be a renowned filmmaker like you.
Like, I'm technically now an award-winning director, which is the most pretentious title I could ever give myself, but it's technically true now, because I won the audience award for the International film festival, which is great.
Morgan, esports gamer, professional director, reward winning. It's hard by collecting by now.
Yeah, I mean, it's so cringe. I almost don't want to be one, because it's like, the people who will tell you they're an award-winning director are people I do not want to talk to. And I mean, I won't want to talk to myself. I don't want to talk to myself anyway, but, you know, it's just not a good title to have. Disaster. Did Who's Fly Over Russia? Yeah, I did. Quite early on. Watch the film Come and See, although don't if you want to be happy, because it will make you sad. Well, not sad, but depressed. And other such things.
Will Tunisia come soon? Asks Pikara in the Twitch chat. Perhaps. Perhaps. No official info yet, but it is definitely in the works. That is as much as I can say.
Very true.
It'll still be a fair few while out, mind that, but yeah, Tunisia will come eventually. Maybe sooner than you think. Maybe not, depending how soon do you think that Tunisia is coming. If you're thinking next week, then no, Tunisia will not come next week. If you're thinking 2 weeks, then no, Tunisia will not come in 2 weeks.
Yes. This much we can confirm.
Gee, Enlisted is just Schrödinger's map.
That's quite good, I like that. Well, this is going quite well so far. I mean, in the air, anyway.
Let's watch on the ground. We are having problems attacking the point. Bullets hurt. Bullets do be hurting though.
They kind of do be.
My main issue is that I didn't bring any smoke grenades, which are really useful actually.
Yeah, I feel like I don't use them enough.
Yeah. Usually I run around with explosive packs because it's useful to deal with enemy tanks, but honestly, smoke grenades are super useful.
Really useful, yeah. I put them on a couple of all my tanker crews now. They sort of help them get out of trouble if need be, which I find quite useful. Any dudes here yet? I can't remember when they start on the entrance. Well, I do need to be careful flying near the spires because this thing has quite long wings. Are there any...
They are mostly up front of the capture point now, in between the capture point and the last one.
Round that. Oh, crumbs. Chuff me. Oh, I can see some. Ants. There we go, very cool. I'm really glad this was added actually, because this, I don't know, it's thematic, it's fun to fly, like, it just feels like really responsive. I like it. Maybe that one won't kill anything.
Kind of neat.
Yeah. Got something. Still no more planes from the looks of it, but we'll see.
Did you see any tanks on the ground by any chance?
I'll have another look when I come back round. I couldn't see any last time. I'll have a look. Have a neb.
The fact that 37mm HE actually works now.
Oh, does it? Very nice. Okay. Yeah, there was a period before, especially in the playtests, where it was a bit finicky. It's good if it's sort of, Missy fine.
Okay.
This is sort of a more interactive experience, because you need to imagine what Mike's going through, because you can't see. So there's more going on. Anyway. I'll have a look for some tanks. I don't know what route they...
Spawn taking over in this building.
Okay. Don't know if those are going to land. Maybe. Oh. It sort of worked. I think there's a T-60 near where I dropped those.
But you were a bit unlucky. There was no one inside this time. I've gotten the spawn beacon though.
Oh, yeah, I can see you. I think there's a T-60 nearby you. Somewhere. I got the hit marker for it.
This is disconcerting.
Maybe.
I'm going to preemptively switch over to AP, just in case.
Sounds good. I'll have another look around.
I think that is still the spawn beacon, and you can spawn beacon now inside the building. I definitely do. This is a spawn, which I don't think it should be right next to the capture point.
True. Very true.
Yeah, I'm just farming kills here.
This is quite nice. We've got a sort of bit of a vehicular tag team going on.
It's not really helping out our team last time,
That was very low. Maybe that'll get some of them. One of them. Sad. Well, I've taken some damage, actually. I've started to upset someone, which is probably deserved at this point. I will,
Guessing it wasn't your own bombs hitting you.
I don't think so. I heard some kind of, like, bullet clinking sounds. I think I got shot at. Hopefully not by a plane.
I don't think I've heard, so far I don't think I've heard any anti-air fire yet.
Okay. I'll have a look. Yes, this aircraft I can very much recommend going for in the event, because it's just, irregardless of its performance, using it feels satisfying. Actually controlling it feels satisfying. That's such a good, important aspect of game feel. It's it just feels satisfying to use. I'll just control it and fly with it, and I like that. So I can recommend it on that level. Is there something?
Doesn't leave me aisle 2 up.
Okay, whereabouts? I can see some. Oh, there it is.
Flying.
Okay then. My sheer presence decimated his existence. I'm very slow.
On that marker now.
A couple on that marker? Okay. I don't know. I need to get my bombing right with this thing. I feel like my angle's wrong. I'm getting someone down there is not happy with me. They're slowly whittling me down.
.60 over there.
I will be back shortly.
On die. There we go. Stop.
Very cool.
Please capture this point. Infantry, please.
Yeah, this is a bit of a slog. Usually they get the point by this time.
Yeah, the Russians are doing a pretty good job of defending. There's multiple up in the upstairs first floor area or second floor.
Okay. Let's see what we can do then.
This is ground floor, right?
I'm not sure.
Ground floor, first floor, second floor. Is that the way you do it, or is it first floor, second floor?
Ground floor is like the surface level, I think, and first is the second elevation.
Okay, good. It's the normal way then. It's not the American way.
Hey. Hassled somebody. That's always nice.
Tank by any chance?
I think it was the area that I was getting shot at from. No tink. Can't see anymore. I'll have another run.
Oh crap! Oh! Good. Not good. Not good. I'm in pain.
Pain? What kind of pain?
It's pain, but just silent.
Let's see. That looks vaguely like a tank. That was a very bad bomb though, that was too late. It was too late for the tank, but I got something. Silver lining, etc, etc. Very cool. Yeah, that's a T60 from the indicator. Curious. T26 as well.
I have good news and I have bad news. I know where the T60 is. The bad news is I don't have a tank anymore.
Okay, well, I will try and remove it. Not that I fancy my chances currently, but we'll see. These bombs are much better suited against anti-infantry. But this thing's pretty versatile for what it is. I mean, you can play this thing as a fighter easy. It's just so light. Really, really agile.
You don't need to worry about the T60 anymore.
Nice! I'm excited to hear this. coming back.
Okay, we're capturing the point now.
Going good. Very interesting noises.
Noise. Spot capped, and there we go. Point captured.
Very cool.
Hello?
I will hold off on dropping my BAMs until... Let's see where the tanks are and new respawns are.
The premium Beretta M1918 Squadron a lot. The fire rate is very good, but you get so little ammo.
Indeed. Well, my tail control is destroy. Down I go. But
A hole in your tail.
I don't know if that was the artillery. It might have been the IL-2 actually that got me there. Not sure. Nevertheless.
Now take over the aircraft units. You can now see the Uhu fly above.
Yes. We'll try a bit of a snipe. Although
Yeah,
I'm working without mousepad right now, so I don't fancy my aim.
The IL-2 is going slow.
Give them the business.
See, the problem is you only have 2 vertical machine guns, right?
Mhm.
L2s are quite resistant against those.
Yeah, they are very, very tanky to them. That's true.
There we go, he's down.
Very cool.
Got some points where you need some cast.
Can't see anything yet. Oh, this is the point. I didn't realize this was the point.
Leave the point.
Brain broke.
To try and bomb the area behind it.
There's so many. Sort of near the entrance. There's a lot of enemies shooting at you.
Front entrance, I suppose.
Indeed.
Sweet Frog Prince, where is Melon Man? Asks. Bunch of numbers in Twitch. Where do Melon Man be though?
Where he be?
Maybe I'm invisible.
I mean,
No.
technically, look at that aim.
Think an IL-2 found me.
This is less good.
What's that issue with having a very slow plane?
Oh, shuff me, why is there so many of them? Hello.
Just quite every day.
Well, they're all gone now, which is not bad.
I 153 up in the air.
There's a BT knocking about and a T-26 right next to each other.
Oh, he's on fire! I take back everything I ever said about the verticals being bad. I just set an I-153 on fire for 1 kilometer away.
Very nice, dude. Exciting.
Sadly though, I'm down to 1 engine now, which I don't think is going to be enough in this specific case. The U isn't exactly a very powerful plane.
Indeed.
Wait, I have bombs.
Very nice. Yeah, right outside the point. Oh, hello. A couple of tanks. And they're already gone. Okay. I don't know if the T-26 is still there. Although I am very fragile right now.
What an area you want bombs. Just going to be a suicide run.
Okay, well, there's some on the mark by the entrance of the monastery. Oh dear. Well, what else can I use that's interesting? I don't remember what this gun's like.
Got a few people.
Yeah. I've seldom used this gun, so we'll see how that goes.
I'll actually start the next round of giveaways already. So, guys, if you want to participate in the giveaway, head over to Twitch chat right now. I'm going to start the entries for the next round.
Yes. Giveaway will begin shortly on Twitch. Head over there yourself to participate
Yeah.
and get some coin, potentially.
I have a few gold this time, like 2,500 gold each.
That sounds good to me. Oh Christ, that was bad.
I kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself again.
I cannot answer this. How do these sights work? Hello. Cannot see anyone anymore. Bad. Well, this has been a bit of a...
Scary now. That 45-minute HE is not to be messed with.
Indeed. Oh, I killed myself through the wall. That is unfair.
The theme going on, Tom.
Yeah. Can't see anything. Terrible. Can I take out the plane again? Yes, I can. And this was... I think this area is a bit easier to bomb because people usually kind of huddle up around the same area. So I'll see how it goes.
I'm going to say watch out for the aisle too, but he just killed himself.
Cool. Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can try my pro flanking maneuvers again. No.
Nice. Lots of ambient noises.
Why is this water yellow?
Why is this water yellow? Delicious. Cannot see anyone at present. I'm sort of hoping we lose because I need to go in a minute. We'll see. We'll see.
I guess I can try and remotely shut off the stream, but I only have access to one PC.
Okay, that's true. Precarious. But somewhat effective. Just the way I like it, I think.
I'm chatting engineer right now. I'm trying to do my sneaky little flanking run the spirits again, but with an engineer it's not quite as useful.
True. Well, I wish you the best of luck in that endeavour. I'll return to the point and see how that goes, and finish my coffee.
Maybe we can summon the Melon Man with a dark and ancient ritual. Who dares awaken me from my slumber?
It's a good voice, I'll give you that.
Frankly, just underused this Go XLR way too much. I did it like months ago, just with the sole intention of making videos with it, and I never really did.
Well, there's always time.
The most inefficient YouTuber out there.
That me.
I got a good flank going on, but I only have less than 100 rounds. I'm not sure how effective I will be.
I have faith. I think you ask this every time. I'm not wearing any lipstick. I think it's either the way the camera works, or that's just what my lips look like. I don't know what to tell you, Chief. There's nothing else exterior going on there. If there was, you'd probably know.
I just flanked a bunch of snipers.
Very cool, dude.
Oh, how many snipers? Actually, do you see these walls? Every single window had a sniper in it.
Oh man,
What the hell? Asher, please.
the true experience. This thing loops so nicely. Gorgeous.
Yeah. Good news is, I think I got rid of most of the snipers on the walls. Bad news is we need a bit more teammates here.
True. That was a bit of a better bombing run, I think. Why does my chest hurt? Am I stroking out? No, just normal.
Maybe. And side effects of vaccine.
Could be, dunno. Like my hula hoop, I bruised myself in a ring. Terrible.
Why did you do that?
Well, it's like it's slightly more weighted than my previous one. It's like 2 kilograms instead of 1.5. I just bruised myself. It looks like I've just been lassoed or something. That's not ideal. But it's not like anyone ever has a look around there anyway, so I'm not really fussed. Yeah, not going too bad. We'll endeavour to have another loop. Have another loop.
I don't have enough ammo for all these Russians. I'm feeling very German right now. This is the historically accurate. Oh! Ah! I just went around myself.
No. Very precarious bombing this point. But I like it.
I think we win this one. You get a lot of kills though from those bombings. Not bad.
Yeah, like this point when it's being defended is really good for bombing because a lot of people cluster up around the edge, and it's really good. Oh, that was maybe too precarious. Just evaded it. Only one, but still. Getting there. I'm slightly getting more, well, slightly more competent, I suppose.
No more respawn points left. I don't think we're going to make this, Chief.
I don't think we're going to make it. Don't know why I went Brummy, though. Not sure. We'll see. Big ouches in the chat. Hopefully not in the chat, but... Well, it's been a long ride. Long run? Both work, I think. But, yeah. This is the Focke-Wulf 189.
Without you, my friend.
Was that from, like, what movie? Is that from a movie? I want to say that's a movie. Ah. Well.
The epitome of high quality movie entertainment.
The highest of quality. Sad. Although we had a good run, nevertheless. Did alright.
I guess time to do a quick run through the giveaways then and end the stream a little bit early.
Indeed.
Alright. In the meantime, you can quickly go over the rewards again whilst I pick the winners.
This being one of them, the Focke-Wulf 189 A1 Who. The Owl is sort of a light reconnaissance aircraft that doubles up as a semi-versatile fighter, bomber, attackery thing. Not a fighter in any regard, but it is maneuverable enough to act like one. It can outturn a lot of enemies, where it's really, really effective plane. 2 drops of 50-kilogram bombs in 2 sets, so 4 bombs in total. 2 forward-facing 30-cal machine guns, very, very powerful. Well, not really very powerful, but relatively powerful for what this aircraft is. So this is a very good one. Recommend this a lot. One we didn't get to have a look at is the Stuart with the Rhino modification, these teeth here. Very good at breaking down walls and knocking out infantry. They do extra damage to infantry. It has a additional AP round as well, slightly more improved penetration relative to the other Stuart. So very, very nice there. With some extra assets along the sides as well, jerry cans, carbine here, and some satchels. So that's makes it a bit more, a bit more owned, I guess. Pretty nice. I like this one. Although we didn't play it today, it's functionally very similar to the previous Stuart, although with some sort of slight advantages. The final sort of interesting prize is the PPK-42, a prototype weapon by Kalashnikov. Very interesting. Looks very much like a Russian Tommy gun, which is quite sweet. Very quick reload, controllable recoil, overall decent, interesting weapon. Quite like it. We played it a bit earlier on. I didn't sort of give it the best, I suppose, but it's yeah, a very decent gun. I like it. I can't really say much else, but I haven't played it that much, but overall it's decent. I'm a fan. Also, for the factions right now are swords, so the Russians, Germans, and the Americans get their own version. You're very quick while using them. High reach, high damage. Every nation can have one, Germany, America, and the USSR. And you can pick between one of them, which, well, you want for each nation. And those are all available as well. So, yeah, some interesting light prizes that you can get for yourself during the Operation Battle Summit. So, very, very nice. Very nice.
It happened again.
What?
That Chicken 93 won twice in a row.
Very cool.
Rigged.
Rigged, dude.
Rigged.
Rigged.
It's got 3,000 gold in total now. That's, I think it's enough for a premium Squadron and some more.
Yeah, I think for some of the little ones, yeah. Nice.
And the final winner is Unique. By the way, make sure you check your Twitch DMs, Twitch whispers. I didn't shout out the names, but there's a chance that you might have won. The Twitch chatbot will have shouted out your name in the chat. So make sure you check out your DMs just in case you won something and missed it. Right.
Yes. Well,
Giveaway is done.
That is about it for today. Yeah, a bit of a short one today, as I've got some other matters to attend to shortly of high importance. So we will probably pick up next week. So will you be back, Mike? What do you think? Will a physical Mike be here?
Hopefully I'll be back by next Thursday. Hope so, at least.
Okay, very nice. So there is a high potential. You'll see Mike for Thursday's War Thunder stream and Friday's Enlisted stream as well. Very cool. So I think that's probably about it today.
It is indeed. Thank you very much for watching this stream. We will be back next Friday at the usual time on the Enlisted official channel. If you like myself and Tom, we also do the official War Thunder streams. Tom has his own on Monday, 12:30, noon 30 GMT. I repeat, noon 30 GMT, so don't forget to tune in. And we also have the Thursday streams at the same time that these streams happen, so 3 p.m. GMT.
Very cool. Awesome. Well, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Sorry, but it's been... Oh, Christ, that was terrible. The least professional thing I've ever done. Hopefully, you have enjoyed, irrespective of the short nature of this stream. Hopefully, we've shown off some of the rewards in a decent level. And yeah, we will be back soon next week for some more charisma or whatever it is that we have. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed. Any closing remarks, young Michael?
Just false advertisement, Tom. We don't have charisma.
Yeah, we don't have charisma. I mean, you've witnessed that. It's been a disaster. Well, I'm going to go and not drink all of the tiny wines in the fridge and have a lovely evening. So anyway, yeah, have a lovely weekend, everyone. And Mike and myself will see you next week. Toodly pips.
Goodbye.
Can't find the mouse. Where's the mouse? There it is.
Where is the mouse? Gaijin, please bring back mouse.
The other one's not working. Wait, hang on. There we go. Right, I can double team closing them. There we go.